everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to crochet the Cottage Chic Dishcloth. This is a very simply constructed crochet dishcloth with a beautiful texture that's fairly reversible. It's not completely the same on both sides, but both sides are equally pretty. I finished it off with a simple single crochet edging. Today our dishcloth measures approximately 9 inches by 9 inches, and we're going to be working with a cotton yarn. I'll be working with the Dishie yarn by KintPicks and WeCrochet. I'm actually going to work in this purpley color today. There is about 190 yards per ball of yarn. You're not going to use all of it, maybe about half of our ball of yarn today. You're also going to want to have a 5mm or an H8 crochet hook and a copy of the free written instructions, which are on my website at richtexturescrochet.com. I have linked that down in the description of this video. Also down in the description you'll find direct links to my 2 crochet books that are available for you on Amazon. One a collection of blanket crochet patterns and the other a collection of some of my favorite crochet stitches. You can check those out. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, I invite you to subscribe. Take a look around. This channel is updated every single week with free crochet patterns and stitch tutorials. Now for our Cottage Chic Dishcloth today, we're going to start by making a slip knot. The design is worked in rows. You're then going to start by chaining 31 chains. If you wish to change the size of your dishcloth, you're simply going to need an odd number of stitches. I'm going to go ahead and chain 31. And 31. Once you have that foundation chain worked, you're going to begin row 1 by working a single crochet into the second chain from your hook, then single crochet into the next stitch and into each stitch all the way across. At the end of this row, you're going to have a total of 30 single crochet stitches. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. At the end of row 1, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 2, we're going to single crochet into the first stitch. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. You're then going to skip the next stitch and into your next stitch, work 1 single crochet, chain 1, and single crochet back into the same stitch. Skip the next stitch, into your next, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the same stitch. You're going to repeat this all the way across. Skip the next stitch, into your next, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, all the way across to your final stitch. When you come all the way across, you're going to finish off the row by working 1 single crochet into your final stitch. Chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 3, we're going to single crochet into the first stitch and then into your next chain 1 space. And you may need to pull your stitches apart a little bit. Into that chain 1 space, you're going to work 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. You're then going to repeat that all the way around into the next chain 1 space, work 3 single crochet stitches. Repeat all the way across. Until you come to your final stitch. When you come all the way across at the end of row 3, you're going to finish off with a single crochet into the top of your final stitch, chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 4, we're going to single crochet into the first stitch and skip the next stitch. Into your next stitch, which is that middle single crochet of that set of 3, into the next stitch you're going to work a single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet. This time you're going to skip the next 2 stitches and into your next stitch work a single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet. You're going to repeat that across. Skip the next 2 stitches, into your next stitch work a single crochet, chain 1 and single crochet, skip the next 2 stitches and repeat all the way across to your final stitch. When you come all the way across at the end of row 4, you will have 2 stitches remaining. You're going to skip your next stitch and finish off with a single crochet into the next. Chain 1 and turn your work. And now for the rest of the dishcloth pattern, you're going to simply repeat rows 3 and 4. So your row 3 beginning with the single crochet in the first stitch, followed by 3 single crochet stitches in your next chain 1 space, and then repeat that across, and then our row 4, which we just finished working. So you're going to repeat rows 3 and 4 until you come to the end of row 32. Your dishcloth will be about 8.5 inches by 8.5 inches at that point. If you're going to change the size, you can continue working till the desired length of washcloth. At that time, you'll have finished off on a repeat of row 4 and you're going to meet me back here. At the end of row 32, this is what your work looks like from the beginning. We're then going to work one more row before working our edging, so you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. For row 33, we're going to single crochet into the first stitch and then single crochet into each single crochet stitch all the way across. We're going to skip the chain 1 spaces. So single crochet into the next single crochet, skip the chain 1 and single crochet into the next stitch. Single crochet into the next single crochet, skip the chain 1 and single crochet into the next stitch. You're going to repeat this all the way across. You should once again have a total of 30 stitches at the end of this row. So single crochet into each stitch, skipping those chain 1 spaces in between. work a single crochet into your final stitch, chain 1, and turn your work. You're now ready to work an edging around your dishcloth, and I've already mentioned I've just worked a simple one just to really showcase the stitches in the pattern. So for round 1, you're going to begin of your edging. There was no need to fasten off, just into this first corner stitch, work 3 single crochet stitches. You're then going to single crochet into each stitch all the way across to your next corner. Once you come all the way across, you're going to work one more single, you've finished off with the single crochet in the final stitch. Then work one more stitch into the corner, and then one more stitch to bring you around to the other side. You're then going to, along this rough side, continue to work a total of 30 single crochet stitches all along this edge. So I've worked one, going to continue working them evenly all the way along. You can change the number of single crochet stitches that you work. Just simply make a note of it so that when you come across to the opposite side, you can work the same number of stitches. I'm going to work 30 all the way across to my next corner. Once you've worked your 30 single crochet all the way across, you'll have worked your final one in the final corner. You're going to work one more into the corner, and then one more into the top of that first stitch, which is the same corner. You're then going to work a single crochet in each stitch all the way across along the bottom. And here it's up to you. You can work down into a space, or you can just keep working under the bottom 2 loops of your stitch. You're going to work one single crochet in each stitch all the way across to your next corner. Then, just as you did before, work one more stitch into the corner, and then you're going to finish off by working 29 single crochet stitches all the way up along the final rough edge before you join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch. Once you've worked your 29 stitches back across your final edge, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of that first stitch and chain 1. Now there's no need to turn your work. We're going to work one more round for our edging, and that's going to be one more round of single crochet. So you're going to single crochet into that first stitch. You're then going to work 3 single crochet stitches into the next corner stitch. You're then going to continue working single crochet stitches in each stitch all the way around, working 3 single crochet stitches into each corner stitch. So continue single crochet in each stitch all the way across. When you come to that corner stitch over on this side, work 3 single crochet stitches and then continue working around. It's going to give you a nice clean and crisp edge and finish looking corner. You're going to continue all the way around. When you come back to that first stitch, join with the slip stitch into the top of your first stitch. Once you come all the way around at the end of your round 2 of your edging, you're going to join with a slip stitch into the top of your first stitch. You are going to have a total of 128 stitches, for those wondering, all the way around. You can then fasten off and then take a yarn needle and simply tuck in your tail. can then fasten off, cut off any other tails that might be left on your washcloth, and then that's it. That's all there is to working this Cottage Chic dishcloth. So thank you so much for joining me. Once again, while you're here, I invite you to subscribe, take a look around, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Until then, happy crocheting. Bye.